Good morning. Welcome to your new day. It is Monday, March 23rd, 6 o'clock in the east, and there is a new major threat to U.S. security. Yemen, the country on the Arab Peninsula, has been a critical ally to the United States, even called a success in the war against terror just 6 months ago by the president. Now it is on the verge of becoming the most dangerous place in the world. The government overthrown by rebels, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Iran, all vying for control.
The situation in Yemen so dire, the U.S. even pulling out its special forces, creating a dangerous vacuum for terrorists to fill. Analysts fear that the retreat of U.S. forces will be a win for Al-Qaeda. Let's begin our coverage with CNN's senior international correspondent Nick Robertson, live in London. Nick.
Yeah, good morning, Alison. The real concern here is with what is happening in Yemen is that ISIS and Al-Qaeda will do precisely what they did in Syria, which is take advantage of a civil war to build bases, to make themselves stronger and to be a bigger threat against the West. And all this is taking place against the backdrop of this country teetering on the edge of civil war. Shiite Houthi rebels now in control of the international airport in the southwestern city of Taiz. The UN envoy warning that Yemen is at, quote, the edge of civil war. This sectarian violence between Shiite rebels and a Sunni majority government spreading across the country, where Houthis, who control the capital of Sana'a and areas of the north, are now advancing south into Taiz, the country's third largest city. The mounting unrest pushing the US military to pull out over the weekend, following the US embassy evacuation last month. ISIS claiming responsibility for this suicide attack on two mosques on Friday. More than 130 killed, hundreds more injured.
We're seeing extremists try to capitalize on the chaos and instability inside of Yemen to carry out these acts of violence.
The nation now in an especially perilous position, caught between the Houthis' violent rivalry with the Sunni AQAP terrorists, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. But now growing concerns. The US withdrawal is a serious blow to the counter-terrorism mission.
Without good intelligence stops plots against the homeland. Without that intelligence, we cannot effectively stop it.
This region, home to violent Al-Qaeda offshoots. The terrorist organizations responsible for plotting several attacks against Americans, including the 2000 attack on the USS Cole, leaving 17 sailors dead, and the underwear bomber attempt on the US airliner in 2009. And now all the American presence pulled out of Yemen. The last 100 Special Forces, Delta and SEAL teams pulled out over the weekend. That means the understanding, the reach, the connection with sources on the ground to target and monitor Al-Qaeda and ISIS. That means that has dwindled down to effectively almost zero. Alison?